Welcome to Cannes Film Festival. This is a special year for the whole festival because it's celebrating their 70th anniversary. So very happy to be here. My name is Marcus and I will be with you this week. Today is Wednesday and we will cover the festival for the whole week. And of course, we're going to cover as much as possible. We're going to see the movies. We're going to go to a press conference. We're going to do some interviews. And of course, we're going to be on the red carpet and film all the stars. And of course, attending to all the events and parties that Cannes has to offer. Today is a great day here in Cannes. It's nice weather. And right next to me here, we have the main entrance. And this year, the security level is very high. And right next to me here, this is where we're queuing up when we're going inside the red carpet. Both the people that is gonna watch the movies on the premiere, and also the people that is working here, photographers and so on, is standing up here, is lining up here. Welcome to the Film Palace. Now we're inside the building and we want to show you around here. In this building we find the market where they buy and sell movies. And next to us we have the red carpet and the cinema, mostly where all the competition movies are taking place. And we also want to show you the press conference room, which is on the 3rd floor. So we're going to start by that. So come with us here. You hear me okay? So now we're inside the press conference room, and this is actually where all the press conferences holding for all the big movies. We have been on a press conference here with actors like Ben Stiller, Dustin Hoffman, Adam Sandler, and yesterday was Nicole Kidman, and so on. So this is where they're sitting, and this is where the interviews are taking place. In the back here, you don't have to videotape it, but we can show them later. In the back, all the media is standing, all the cameramen, and they have to be here 1 hour before to set it up. And then you always have a conferencier on the right-hand side that is leading the press conference. So you have to be nice to that person so you can get to ask some questions to the actors. So that's how it works. Now we're on the elevator down where we can get some coffee. We're always going here to take a coffee before the press conference starts. So come with us here.
Please, gentlemen.
Hi, my name is Marcus. I work for Swedish television. First I want to say thank you for a great movie today. And my question goes to Jake Gyllenhaal. What went through your mind the first time you were reading the script?
Well, I had initially seen the image of Okja. I've known Bong for a while now, and he said, I'm conjuring up this movie with Tilda, and this is an image of this creature. And I just said, do you have a part in it for me? So I hadn't read the script initially, and then I just wanted to work with him. And then when I did read the screenplay, I was very moved, just as I am when I see the film. I was laughing and at the same time ultimately just deeply moved by a story of particularly a young girl's journey from childhood to adolescence, in a very unconventional way that I feel like that journey is in reality. So that was my first impression.
Behind me we have the Film Palace here in Cannes. And tonight we're very excited. It's Okja that has its premiere. And the director of the movie is Bong Joon-ho. And then we have actors like Jake Gyllenhaal and also Paul Dano, and so on. The people start arriving now to the red carpet. Now are the actors and the director of the movie Okja arriving on the red carpet. And here you can see Bong Joon-ho, the director, and the actors Jake Gyllenhaal, Steven Yeun, Paul Dano, Tilda Swinton, and so on.
Photographie, pardon, Darius Koji. Le co-scénariste John Monson.
The movie starts in about half an hour, and we're also gonna get inside and see the movie, so we are very excited. Now we're inside the press conference, and today it's a great day because we recently had a press conference with the movie The Mayor Robbie Stories. And there were some big names in this movie. Among the actors you can find the great comedians Ben Stiller, Adam Sandler, and of course the legend Dustin Hoffman. So I can say that the atmosphere was very good here, and all the actors was in very good mood to talk. So it was a great press conference today. So now I want you to see a little bit of the press conference.
This is Emma.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Bonjour. Remember that.
Today, as Danny Meyerowitz, he reunites with Dustin Hoffman, his co-star in The Cobbler, and Ben Stiller, her first time since Happy Gilmore.
Whoa.
Adam Sandler, welcome back to Cannes.
Thank you. Great to be here. Thank you. Hi, everybody.
I just think it's cool to hear Happy Gilmore mentioned to Cam. I like
Be
that.
my guest.
Where it belongs, baby.
Yes. Well, next to me, ladies and gentlemen, Emmy Award winner, Ben Stiller.
Wow. Yes.
Next to him, a man who needs no introduction, really. From era-defining movies to acclaimed stage roles, we have all grown up with his unmistakable presence and voice. Mm-hmm. Two-time Academy winner, Dustin Hoffman. Yes?
Did they see?
Yes, over here.
Well, they saw them.
My name is Marcus, and I'm from Sweden. First of all, I just want to say welcome to Cannes. It's really great to have you here.
Thank you.
My first questions goes to Adam Sandler. Can you tell us what have been the best parts with working with this movie? And the second questions goes to Ben Stiller. How did you prepare your role for this movie? And the last questions to Dustin Hoffman, the legend.
Yeah.
How has it been to working with Adam Sandler and Ben Stiller on this project?
All right, who's going to start? Well,
Very
Ben.
nice. I forgot my part. What
was it like to work with the legend Ben Stiller? On
That a boy. That a boy. It was great. It was great. Listen, we had an amazing time making the movie. We all worked very hard together, and we got to know each other. You know, we know. I know Ben since we're 22 or something. That's a long time. And Dustin, I know forever too. He was nice to me when I was a young. When I did Billy Madison, his son liked Billy Madison, and I got invited to go to Dustin's house and say hi to his family and hang out with Dustin. He treated me we were close immediately. Dustin came to my wedding. Dustin's just been in my life a long time, and I had an amazing time getting to know Emma. I love being with her, love laughing with her. She's a wonderful lady, and I'm glad that I get to tell my kids that I'm friends with Nanny McVie, and that helps. And with Noah, we're tight now. I just love him as a person. I love him I love talking to him. I love laughing with him, and that's it. It's been an amazing process.
What about you, Ben, the legend?
I have to say, just like all joking aside, it's for me, it's never. I never take it lightly, but to be ever, in the presence of Dustin, because first of all, I just appreciate him so much as an actor. And for me, growing up, he was such an important actor in terms of what I wanted to do. Watching him, being inspired by him, and then getting a chance to know him over the years in working on, the Fokker movies. We worked in a certain context, which was really amazing to have that chance. And then I never thought I'd actually get a chance to work with him on a different kind of movie. And every time I'm with him, I just appreciate it so much because he's an incredibly kind and generous person. He's very funny, he's very self-effacing, but there's no denying his body of work. It is depressing to talk with him sometimes at dinner because every story he'll tell is about some other classic movie he's made. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
He can't even pull out one that's like, I don't even know there's one that's, well, probably a couple, but it's not like, it's just daunting, his body of work. And then what makes me think of as an actor is the choices, because you make these choices as an actor, and he's made these incredible choices from the beginning. So I'm never not appreciative of that. And working with Adam for me, Adam and I have known each other for years and years. This was a really special experience, having a chance to connect with him like this. I think at where we're both at in our lives, personally, it was a chance for us to really get closer than we've ever been before, I feel.
Absolutely.
And playing brothers, it was really, for me, it was like one of the best experiences I've had.
Me too, buddy. Yes.
Dustin, what about you?
I resent people saying that they grew up with my... everyone who's older than me, can you please stand up? Actually, when I read the script, I passed on it. I didn't want to do it because...
Which put me in very good company.
Yes, yes, that's true.
He passed on Ingmar Bergman twice.
Yes. I didn't want to play an old man. I thought I was perfect for either of their parts. And my son, Jake, talked me into doing this.
That's right.
You're laughing, Ben. What about your reaction? Obviously, you don't know it very well.
Oh, to the script, I was really. I mean, I was just happy that that Noah wanted to work together again after a couple of times. I was very fortunate to get the call. I thought the script was beautiful. I was reading the script. I thought the first 30 or 40 pages were kind of slow.
You don't know until 41, right?
I don't. Yeah, my character shows up on 41. Yeah. I was, and then when he told me that Dustin Hoffman was auditioning to play the dad, I was so excited. And we read together, and there was some chemistry. And I was really. I mean, I think it's a beautiful script, and Noah's writing is incredibly precise and unique, and and his filmmaking style is very singular, and I from the process through the editing to what he puts out there. So I'm always happy to be a part of anything that he's creating.
What about you, Dustin Hoffman? I mean, being Harold and reading the script, how did it feel to you?
Well, like everyone else, all of us would work for Noah for nothing. In fact,
did work for him for nothing. In fact, it cost me money. Sorry to interrupt.
That's what's called independent.
Me too.
He's quite expert. He really is the best, and we do say his dialogue word for word, whether we like it or not. And I think not since The Graduate was I required to say every single word, and it pays off because there is a music to his writing. I agree with Ben. He is a singular artist. I don't know if I want to work with him again, but but no, you can't overstate his talent.
That fight scene was rougher than I wanted it to be. Ben has a more solid body than I was expecting. He wasn't very easy. He wasn't easy to move, and he came at
center
me.
of gravity.
Yeah, there's something. Yeah.
There wasn't any. It's a very low budget movie, so there wasn't any. There was a stunt coordinator, kind of.
Was there?
But there was no rehearsal at all.
He kept saying whatever a lot. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. You guys will get out there and you'll just let it happen. And Noah does like to do a number of takes. I'm saying that there's a lot of takes.
Yeah.
And we ended up feeling it. Yeah.
He hurt me more.
Yeah. I mean, I got it too. I wasn't actually physically bruised, but you had something on your.
I had one of the biggest bruises I've ever had in my life on my arm, and that was by like take 34. I was saying to Ben, hey, just so you know, right here, it hurts me a lot. If you could start the fight off in the middle of the chest area, that would help me. And then Noah would call action, and then bam, I'd be like, I don't think he heard me. He went straight to the bruise again.
Tonight is the premiere of the Mayor Rabbit stories. And right behind me, we have the red carpet. We're here in the Film Palace. And in the movie, there are some quite a big names as Adam Sandler, Ben Stiller, and Dustin Hoffman. And we actually met them earlier today on the press conference. And Adam Sandler was mentioning that him and Ben Stiller has actually known each other since they were 22 years old. And after doing this movie, Ben Stiller said that now they're even better buddies than before. And Ben Stiller also mentioned that during the time when he was growing up, Dustin Hoffman was actually the one he was looking up to when he wanted to become an actor. And now you're going to see some more pictures from the red carpet.
Nous accueillons donc Noah Baumbach, le réalisateur, qui revoit également Les Batman se séparent, Francesca et le documentaire de Palma, sur Brian de Palma. Il est accompagné de 4-0. Il était également venu pour Madagascar 3. Adam Sandler qui revient à Cannes après avoir présenté Punch Drunk Love en 2002. Et enfin, nous accueillons Monsieur Dustin Hoffman, l'acteur de Lenny de Bob Fosse, présenté en 1975 à Cannes. Le comédien du lauréat de Kramer contre Kramer, de Rainman, de Tootsie. L'équipe de The Mayor Rabbit Stories, accueillie sur le tapis rouge. Dernière photo des marches.
Welcome to the press conference room. Earlier this morning, the movie The Killing of a Sacred Deer had its first screening, and later this night or this evening the movie will have its premiere. But first now it's going to be a short press conference, and we're very excited because we'll find names like Nicole Kidman and Colin Farrell, but unfortunately Colin Farrell is not going to attend the press conference, but hopefully we will speak to Nicole Kidman. So now I want to show you a little bit of the press conference. You are taller every year. You're taller every year.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good.
Mesdames, Messieurs, bonjour. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Center of the table, director Yorgos Lanthimos. The reason I did this presentation sort of upside down is that this is very much a family movie, or a movie about a family, sorry. And therefore, I will introduce the family. Dad is absent, Colin Farrell, Stephen Murphy, but Mom is here as Anna Murphy, Nicole Kidman.
And Nicole, you're appearing in 4 projects here in Cannes. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about this stage you've reached in your career and what you think your massive presence in Cannes says about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's Yorgos would always say, Nicole, you've got to understand the tone, it's a comedy. And I would be like, okay. But I think for Raf and Sunny, they felt very protected, if I'm speaking for you. I mean, they were up for anything, and they were really engaged and excited. And we rehearsed, and we had time together, and we spent time hanging out in the house, and then obviously we shot in a real hospital for a good couple of weeks. And then to have four projects here, I mean, that's sort of a confluence of events. It's not something that I was aware would happen, but at this stage in my life, I'm just trying to stay very bold and open and try things and support filmmakers that I believe in, and also people like Jane Campion, who's been my friend since I was 14, discovered me basically. So it's, you know, I'm at that place in my life where I still try to act as though I'm 21 and starting my career, if that makes sense. I didn't see correlation. I just read the script and was hypnotized, and I feel like the film has a hypnotic quality to it, and a lot of it was abandoning any analysis and just, as Yorgos says, forget all the preparation, just come in and be. He has a very particular way of creating a set and the vision for it, and I think the job of the actor, particularly in his style of filmmaking, is to come and help that come to fruition and not distract. A lot of times, Yorgos' direction is, please do nothing, which is a really interesting thing. It's a very, very difficult thing to do as an actor. And that's, for me, when I watched the film, I called him afterwards and I said, I've not seen anything like it, because, and I felt hypnotized by it. So, I actually, my children don't really see my films. I mean, our family is very separate to my creative life, and I try to, you know, occasionally I'll do something for them that they can come on set. I did Paddington, where they were able to come and, you know, be a part of it. But they have very little understanding of what my husband or I do. Their lives are obviously far more important. And so I can't remember. I mean, I know that they saw Paddington, and my child at the time was appalled because I was playing the villain. And so I try to keep it quite separate for now, and that's how I'm able to be a mother. And, you know, a lot of it is when you're an actress trying to juggle motherhood with the work that you want to do. And I'm fortunate in the sense that I'm married to a musician, so our schedules are able to be juggled, and we're able to go and pursue our sort of artistic, creative life, as well as then have a very solid home life. And I keep it simple in that regard. The first film I watched with my family, I was taken to the theatre as a child. I was actually not raised on cinema. That came more in my teenage years. And I've said this before, but I remember going what we call in Australia wagging school, where you don't go to school when you're meant to be at school. And I went and saw Clockwork Orange. And I caught a train and sat in a dark theatre with about 3 other people in an art cinema in Australia on a huge screen and watched that film and went, wow. And then I sort of just started to eat things up and drink things up. And I'm a huge fan of cinema, you know, and being in a dark room watching a film and being transported. And I love that. And I will always love that. And I'm committed to it. And this film was obviously shot on film, which Yorgos can talk about, which you fought hard for.
Boring.
Okay, that's boring. But I mean, I still have that passion at this age. I still have a passion for acting and for cinema and for storytelling and for pushing boundaries and moving out of my comfort zone, at least, to try things with an abandonment.
Now we're at the Film Palace, and tonight is a premiere, and the movie is The Killing of a Sacred Deer. And among the actors, we'll find Nicole Kidman and Colin Farrell. So now we're very excited, and now we want to show you some pictures from the red carpet.
Et nous accueillons donc maintenant l'équipe de The Killing of a Sacred Deer, mise à mort du cerf sacré, réalisée par Yorgos Lanthimos, le réalisateur de The Lobster, présenté à Cannes en 2015. Il est donc de retour dans la compétition. Et il est accompagné de ses comédiens, Nicole Kidman, Colin Farrell, Barry Keoghan, Rafik Cassidy, Sunny Suljic, de ses producteurs Andrew Lowe et Ed Guinness. À moins de 3 films cette année à Cannes, celui-ci, How to Talk to Girls at Parties, qu'elle a présenté hier, et Les Trois de Sofia Coppola, où elle a également pour partenaire Colin Farrell, qui a déjà travaillé avec Yorgos Lanthimos, puisqu'il était à l'affiche de The Lobster, qui avait reçu le prix du jury. L'acteur de Phone Game, Total Recall, Bon Baiser de Bruges, Mademoiselle Julie, Les Animaux Fantastiques, Miami Vice. Los Lanthimos. l'équipe de mise à mort du cerf sacré, en haut des marches du palais.
Now we're inside a press conference room, and today the movie The Beguiled had its first showing for the press. And the press conference was recently taken place here, and among the actors in this movie we find Nicole Kidman, Kirsten Dunst, and Colin Farrell, and so on. And the director was Sofia Coppola. And for this press conference there was a lot of questions to Sofia Coppola, where she had to answer questions about the movie and answer questions about it from a female perspective. So, and of course, we was also asking a question, and that was going to Colin Farrell. So now I want you to see a little bit of the press conference. My name is Marcus, and I work for Swedish television. First I want to say it's nice to have you here, and extra welcome to Colin Farrell, because we were missing you yesterday on your press conference on your other movie.
Thanks, man.
So now we're happy that you're here.
Thank you.
I want to ask one question, and I want Colin Farrell and Nicole Kidman and Kirsten Dunst to answer it. How has it been to be working together, and what have you been going through during this journey together?
It's been a journey, man, to get here. Many miles of road.
Many corsets.
It was many corsets, which I didn't have to worry about being the token male. Imagine if I said token female, then the debate would be open. It was an amazing experience to shoot this film. It really was. I mean, I grew up in my life with three very strong and very brilliant and kind and smart women in my life, my mother and my two sisters. So for me to be surrounded by all of these incredible women who are amazingly talented and decent and smart and creative and insightful and curious was just a treat for me. I was really spoiled. And Sofia sets a very particular mood in the working environment that was one of comfort and ease and trust and an environment that allows you as an actor to play and allows you to explore. So it was really I've been doing this 20 years and I've said a couple of times, I think it was my favorite experience, my favorite shoot. And you never know what that's going to result in. You never know what that doesn't mean the film's going to be good or bad or anything. It has very little bearing sometimes. But it was an amazing creative experience, and I got to sit back and watch these women do incredible work, and to be directed by Sofia, who's only one of two female directors I've worked with, Sofia and Liv Ullmann. Unless I'm forgetting someone, and if I am, I should be shot. But it was amazing to have Sofia, because it is told from a female perspective. And what happened? It is told. Oh, tell me later. It is told. It is told from a female perspective, and so I think it was very important to have. Sofia is a very elegant human being. She's obviously incredibly smart, but she's incredibly elegant, and she has a gentility to her, which is not to say that she hasn't got a beast of an engine inside and an incredible creative engine, but it was nice to have that elegance and that at times tenderness pervade the whole experience and aesthetically also inform how the film looked. And then my guy comes in and he's just a little bit of a survivalist and someone who the idea of good manners is maybe not speaking with your mouth full while you're eating, and that's about the extent of it. But we had a great time. I had a great time with Kirsten and an amazing time with Nicole. It was the second time I worked with Nicole in a very short period of time, so we liked each other the first time out, thank God, so the second time was a joy.
Hi, sorry, hello. It's Jack Mulvin from The Times. This question was kind of addressed earlier, and Sofia, you answered it briefly, but I'd like it if Kirsten, Nicole and Colin could also answer it. What does this film tell us about all-female environments, that dynamic, and does it suggest there's something unhealthy about it?
I'll let my friends take that one.
I think anytime there's a group of women all together, they're cut off from the world. I've always heard about boarding school, and there's different dynamics that come out, so we tried to approach it in a way that we could connect to and had truth to us.
Yeah,
Kirsten?
Now that, I think that, you're dealing with this pent up, all these people pent up together, no matter male or female or a mixture, there'll always be something that comes out of that. It's like a survivalist technique. And so Colin just happens to be what our aggressions and all of our feelings that have been corseted up, let's say, they kind of all get unleashed because this new dynamic comes in. I don't think it's necessarily male or female.
I think he comes in and ruins everything.
I actually had a girlfriend once that used to call me the ruiner.
I thought we were doing just
Literally.
fine.
But it was quite affectionate. It was quite. I think it was affectionate.
We were fine.
But they were fine
the
living in
only
a.
thing we couldn't do was procreate, but who cares? We were fine. So, good riddance to him.
Yeah.
Now that's going to be a really great quote that's going to go out there.
Question over there.
Anthony D'Alessandro from Deadline. Question for Sophia. At CinemaCon, you said something. You said, I hope people see this movie where it deserves to be seen, in the theater. And that resonates hugely and strongly, particularly at this festival with Netflix.
Or Netflix, yeah, the theater or Netflix, either or.
I was wondering if you could expound on that.
Yes. Yes, I would love to. I'm so happy that we shot on 35 millimeter film and Philippe Lassord's beautiful work and all of the work. I feel like it's so great to see on a big screen. So I really hope that people will go to the theaters. I think it's such an atmosphere that I hope you're really really go into in a theater atmosphere and to see the photography. And we shot it thinking of a big frame, not a phone. So I hope people will see it in the theater. And that experience is such a unique one, especially in our modern lives, to really lose yourself in a film. And it's so exciting to be in Cannes and celebrating that and to see films and on the big screen here in the Palais.
Did you ever see David Lynch talking about seeing a film on the cell phone? Did you ever see that?
No.
No.
It's so beautiful. Did anyone ever see David Lynch talking about... Just check it out on YouTube. It's so beautiful. It's like a 45-second poem because he's very serious and he talks about people seeing, and then he goes, and you think you're seeing the real movie on a fucking telephone at the very end. It's beautiful. Get real. It's so beautiful. Check it out. We'll have a look after.
Okay.
Watch it together.
Yes.
And specifically, Sophia, when Kathleen Kennedy was reaching out to some filmmakers to work on a certain sci-fi franchise, your name was actually bandied as one of the people that she might have reached out to. I'm wondering if a studio had reached out to you and say, hey, you can do a Marvel movie, a Disney movie for $200 million. Is it something you would want to do? Or are you more interested in your art being more specific, more personal?
How many tiers was that question?
Subsume your vision to a greater whole.
I love making small, low-budget films where I'm really allowed to do it the way I want. And I think when you have those huge franchises, there's a lot of cooks in the kitchen and meetings in conference rooms, but I'll never say never. But I really enjoyed making this film because it was a small film where it was really the focus was on the acting. We were all in one location, and I really enjoyed this. What was the first part of the question? No.
Today is our last day in Cannes, which is sad, but we're happy so far because we have got a great week here in Cannes. So I just want to summarize it. We've, for example, seen a lot of great movies. We've seen Okja, we've seen The Killing of a Sacred Deer, and so on. And we've also been covering a lot of press conference where we met actors and did some interviews. We met actors like Adam Sandler, Ben Stiller, Dustin Hoffman, and earlier today, we met Nicole Kidman and Colin Farrell and Kirsten Dunst. And also, except from all that, we covered the red carpet. We went to a lot of premieres. And there were actually one person that we would like to have met that we didn't see this year. Clint Eastwood was here. So, as I say, you can't win them all or you can't get them all. But so I just want to say thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed it.